Hello, YNABers. My name is Jesse Meekum, and this is podcast number 31 for You Need a Budget, where we teach you 4 rules to help you stop living paycheck to paycheck, get out of debt, and save more money. Today, I have a fantastic success story from Will. Where there's a will, there's a way. Here we go. Well, how long have you been using YNAB?
About 5 months now.
Oh, okay, cool. So you're pretty new.
Yeah, definitely. I've noticed a difference literally after the first. I think I read in the downloadable PDF that was the budgeting booklet that it takes about 3 months to get kind of started, and I think on average a YNAB will save. I can't remember what it was, but save a few £1,000 over 3 months period. And I was like, well, I'd like to give it a go and see what works out. But kind of when I got it. It wasn't intimidating. It was just like it seemed very straightforward and very easy to use. I started actually on payday, so I put my payday in there, and I was like, okay, well, I've read some of the PDF, and I want to find out how much do I spend on coffee a month. It's turned out to be like £60 or £70 a month on things like Pret and Starbucks and stuff, and all these kind of things I didn't know. It'd be like halfway through the month, or in my first month using YNAB, and I'm like, oh my God, I gave myself like £30 for coffee, and now I'm like minus 20. I need to pull it off from somewhere else. So I found the first few months I was shifting money from place to place on the budget sheet, going like, okay, this is kind of cool working out, and I can see how much money I'm spending. So rather than budgeting, the first few months for me were very much a discovery. Or I think actually it was the first 2 months was discovery. But what I hadn't realized was, in those 3 months, I'd actually managed to save myself £1,500.
Holy
because
smokes.
I put myself £500 straight away. That's going to go in there. I budgeted for that, put it in there, and then set everything else out. So I had my food master category, and in there included alcohol, because it's very important, coffee, lunches, and groceries, and eating out. That's my main food category. They're my subcategories. So I was like, okay, so what I ended up doing was just shifting everything around inside the food category. But at the end of the month, I realized I'd actually just spent on the food category, and everything was being shifted around inside there. So really, I'd started saving money in other places, and including my main savings. And it was after the first few months I realized I actually saved £1,500. It's now been 5 months, and I'm on $2,500. It's like, hang about, and my current account is over £1,000. With buffers, or I've even got a buffer for what is it now? Speeding tickets. I've got a car buffer.
That is awesome.
I've got a penalties buffer right now with £30 sitting in there, including traffic fines and stuff like that. It's all buffered for. So
you're the first person I've ever met that sets aside money for eventual citations. So that is pretty cool.
I'm obsessed. I've actually got it open right now. It's quite detailed. But I think with this, you can be as granular or as loose as you want. I mean, I decided to be granular with it because for me, money is, every penny just goes to waste if you don't know where it's going. And so if you know where every penny is, just like the YNAB way, then you know exactly what you've got to spend on. And I have some very arbitrary looking things which have come in useful. Like I budgeted myself like £30 for taxi, and I spent £20 of that this month already. Just like, I can't be bothered to walk, or maybe something's going down. I'll check my phone, and my budget's on my phone because I'm using a HTC phone or whatever. But I'm looking at it going, oh look, I've got some money available. It's raining. I just want to get a taxi. I know I can afford it. Job's done. I can do this like 3 times if it's £10 each time. No dramas, and over the 5 months I've been using YNAB, I've got, because of the way it breaks down all your charts and breaks down all your categories and subcategories, I can see exactly how much I spend on everything. It's amazing. It's very cool.
Yeah, I like that you're
a fanboy.
Yeah, well, this is great. I'm gonna blast this from the rooftops if I can. But the cool thing is you chose to be granular, and some people would be freaked out by it, and they could maybe choose to not dive so deep into it. But it's everyone's call, kind of like what's your preference, and it'll evolve over time. You'll a year and a half from now, you'll probably change things a little bit and whatever. But that's very cool. Well, tell me kind of how things were going 5 months ago, like before you started YNAB. What was that like?
well, being a web developer, obviously the money's quite good. Working in London, doing contracting, I kind of describe it, it's a bit cheesy, but when you get paid, you're looking at like an ocean of money. It looks good. I've got money, I can go and spend it. But what you don't realize is something I only really learned with budgeting is that it's not really an ocean of money. It's actually like a stack of glasses with various, each one is variously full, and is, categorized in a certain place. But when you don't see that, you just think, I got all this money. I'm just, I want to get shoes. I want to get whatever. I need to get some aftershave. And 3 weeks in, you're like, oh my God, like last week I spent £1,000. How did I spend all that money? Mm-hmm. And it's like, and I got to say, because money is such a big issue, it's obviously the most important thing other than love and family, etc. But money, why don't they teach this stuff in schools? I really want to know.
Yeah,
I'd be willing to, do YNAB seminars in England around schools, teach kids how to look after their pocket money, save those pennies.
Yeah, the reason they don't, my guess, a theory I have as far as why financial education doesn't work as a curriculum in like high school, type situations, or even college, is that the kids don't have any pain with it yet. They don't, like there's no big burning desire. It's like a chiropractor trying to sell people before their neck's tweaked. It's like you have a really hard time making that sale. So that's my guess why, because it never gets traction, and everyone always says, oh, I wish I would have known this when I was younger, but they wouldn't have taken the time probably to learn it.
Exactly. I mean, I've been like everyone else probably. I think through my 20s, when you start earning money, you get into debt. It's strange. Like, how did I get in debt? I earn all this money.
Yeah.
But it's only when it's kind of only when you start budgeting and looking at this stuff, you actually realize that I actually earn a lot more money than I thought I did. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like, so before I did this, I'd be living like your general kind of month to month, paycheck to paycheck. That was it. And now, my girlfriend and I are saving up for a house.
Awesome.
It's a whole different story. And she got YNAB recently, Davey. It's quite interesting because the customer service is awesome. I think she put hi on the comment sheet when she bought it, just like whatever, And someone actually replied, "Yeah, we have to reply to all of these. How's it going? Thanks for purchasing this." It was all right, nice. And it was the same guy that I was talking to when I first got YNAB. I was like, it's put like a YNAB pre-debt thing in there and all this stuff, and then he was really helpful to explain it. So
it was either Steve or Joe, is my guess.
Steve. Yeah, it was Steve. Yeah. That's the guy. Say hi to Steve for me.
Yeah, I'll let him know. That's cool. He's pretty fanatical about customer service, so he does an awesome job.
It shows. Me and my girlfriend were both pretty much high-fiving about it. He's cool. So thanks for that, man.
Very cool. I'll let him know. I definitely will.
Awesome.
Very good. Well, do you have anything? I don't ask tons of people this because I don't necessarily want to hear it all the time. But do you have anything that you're just dying to see in the software?
Well, I would say right now I'm not entirely sure. I mean, the software is good because it's flexible. So like I'm out and about, I'm on my phone. Incidentally, that's a massively cool thing that this thing works on your phone. So you can literally go out. And the other day I bought something for my bike, but I didn't have any categories for it. So I just add a category on YNAB and it just goes straight in there. That's fantastic. It's an awesome thing. Anything additional for the software? Just don't know at this moment.
Okay, cool. Well, that's my favorite. That's my favorite answer to that. So
it's flexible. It's easy to use. The reporting's awesome. You can clearly see what's going on. It's very compatible with the phone. The software's not buggy. If I was going to say one tiny thing, and that would be that I'm using Dropbox. Some good advice for any YNABers out there.
Yeah.
Get Dropbox, save YNAB in your Dropbox, and I use it on my laptop as well as I use it on my home computer. And that way it's synced. You only have to open it, and it's synced with whatever you last did. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I mean, if YNAB never clouded this stuff, that's cool because Dropbox is free. Whatever, it's awesome.
Yeah,
so definitely recommend
our plan with Dropbox. I mean, our plan with Cloud, which is no secret that we're working on it, is to use Dropbox as our first iteration. So
cool.
It'll just all sit there. It'll look different, and it'll sync one transaction at a time, one little thing at a time. So it's really fast. Like if you were, go out and you record that you just used a taxi, and then for some reason, like your girlfriend's looking at the budget back home, she'd see it, in a, I don't know, 20 seconds or something. So
yeah, that's cool.
All up to date, and it saves you the trouble of having to sync up your phone, whenever you're doing stuff. So
yeah, that would be good.
We're excited about it. Well, cool. Do you have any questions for me, Will? Or are you? Sounds like you're just cruising. So congrats on all your progress.
Thanks, man. No, it's good. I'm happy to kind of promote the YNAB way. I'm talking about it with people at work and everything. It's got to say that people are almost unanimously say, yeah, there's something I should be doing now. But no, why? Just do it. It's so easy.
Yeah.
Get out there.
Yeah, they're a little afraid to face reality sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, very cool. It was a pleasure to speak with you, and a pleasure
Thanks,
to hear
man.
your story. And I love hearing all the successes. So that is awesome. What's your girlfriend's name?
Davey.
Okay. Well, tell Davey then congrats, and
Thanks, man.
I'm sure she's going to be motivated and well coached to
as
well. So.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. Well, have a good night, and we'll keep plugging along, and you do the same.
Cool. Thanks a lot, Jesse.
All
Take
right,
it easy,
talk to
buddy.
you later. A big thanks to Will for being our success story. I love it. If you are interested in being a success story, you can email Anne at ANNE, at youneedabudget.com. Catch us on Twitter. The handle is YNAB, or you can get us on Facebook, facebook.com/IYNAB. And I do. Until next time, follow YNAB's 4 rules and you will win financially. You have not budgeted like this.